Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we want to take a look actually already at the Shadow Pokemon that are going to be coming up for the next Shadow event, which is going to start on Friday at 10 AM, which is actually my birthday then as well, which is going to be nice to grind that stuff on my birthday and do all the videos for it. But hey, we're going to take a look today at all the new Shadow Pokemon, and they're going to be a lot of really good ones, as you're going to see as well. They're going to be new leader Pokemon as well for the Go Rocket Leader, but we're also of course going to get the Shadow Regirock, which was the last one in the trio, which was kind of obvious that we're going to get this one. Very strong Pokemon, actually going to be a very great buff for this Pokemon. You're going to see it later as well. We're going to have now new Shadow Pokemon, which is going to be the Shadow Gible, the Shadow Glameow, the Shadow Alone Geodude here. We're going to have also the Shadow Ladybar and the Shadow Hitmontop. Shadow Ladybar as well as like Glameow are mainly just for like the Great League, while the Geodude and Hitmontop are both for Great League and Ultra League, and of course the Gible is mainly for the Master League. But actually I could also, maybe we take a look at this later as well for the Great League. We're going to have here though as well a new shiny Pokemon, which is going to be the shiny Pancham from 12km X. Very cool shiny Pokemon, by the way. Very nice design, but yeah, that's going to be it for this one so far. Let's take a look at the Great League here real quick. We're going to have the LilyNiRiain as a Shadow and as a non-Shadow variant here, as well as the Hitmontop, as well as the Alone and Graveler. If you want to have a more in-depth analysis for this one, please leave a like on the video. If we hit like 500 likes on the video, I might do one like in the style of my normal in-depth videos. Those take just a long time, so yeah, definitely if you hit 500 likes on the video, I might do that. But otherwise, you can take a look here at this fast video here real quick, where we see that LilyNiRiain will be able to now beat Lickitung, having access to the move Dynamic Punch here. But in general, I don't really think LilyNiRiain going to benefit too much from it right now. It is a bulky Pokemon. Usually bulky Pokemon don't really benefit too much from the Shadow bonus, especially if you don't have like some very spammy charge moves, which you don't have here. So most likely LilyNiRiain not too interesting. Hitmontop though, going to be most likely a little bit better with this one here now, going to be able to be a really good closer, as you're going to be able to now beat nearly everything, like one-shot nearly everything with Stone at just close combat, like two very strong charge moves, then hit basically all the Pokemon that you want to hit. So very strong Pokemon now as well. Of course, still get hot-walled by Machamp, still not going to be meta, but definitely decent. And also for the Graveler, it might be a very decent shout to go for the Shadow variant, as this Pokemon now has access, of course, to still the move Volt Switch and Stone Edge and Wild Charge and all the good stuff basically that already does a lot of damage. And I think now you can one-shot a lot of Pokemon, and I think it's going to help this Pokemon out quite a bit. Let's take a look at the next Great League Pokemon here with the Regirock, the Golem, as well as the Pyrakli, which is actually having a very decent fast move, of course. Not the best IVs. This Pokemon was actually very decent early on in Go Battle League, but like it's kind of really fell off sadly. Maybe want to build it if you're going to get one, but here of course Thunder, Aerial Ace, Play Rough, Frustration now. I guess maybe this Pokemon Purified with Return might be a little bit better now though. Might be an interesting one as well, because now you're going to have a hard-hitting normal type move for Pyrakli. So maybe it's a fun spice pick if you actually want to have Return on it, which would be a stab move for this Pokemon. So maybe interesting there. Otherwise, Golem here, normal moveset there, as well as the Regirock. And here you're going to see already, especially Regirock would be something where I would really like to do an in-depth variant for that one, because it's kind of hit or miss, because you're going to be able now to beat something like Galarian Stunfisk and Registeel, because you're just going to do enough damage to not now one-shot them after a few lock-on damage there. So that's something that definitely take a look at and keep in mind. So yeah, Regirock definitely benefits here in the Open Great League for this so far, but there are of course also some more trickier matchups like the Altaria, where you now take more damage from them. So it can be kind of both-sided. Usually lock-on users wouldn't really benefit too much from the Shadow bonus, but I feel like Regirock might be able to just one-shot a few more Pokemon now, which would help this Pokemon out a little bit. So now we can take a look at the Ultra League, where we only have like 3 Pokemon that are really eligible for that one, which is Hitmontop, Golem, as well as the Regirock. Of course, Hitmontop needs the XL Candies, the other one don't need the XL Candies. As you're going to see here right now, Regirock going to be kind of the same there. Going to be now able to beat Cobalion because he do enough damage with the Focus Blast, but also going to lose it against Giratina. I wouldn't really recommend it for the Ultra League. When this Pokemon comes out, I'm most likely going to showcase it on my channel as well, but I'm most likely going to ask for Great League battles, because I'm not going to get 2 of them. And for Great League, it just seems way better than for Ultra League, so I'm not going to power that one up for Ultra League here. Otherwise, we're going to have the Golem here as well, which is going to be an interesting one, as Golem going to be able to now beat something like Tapu Fini, just does a little bit more damage in general, and I feel like it's going to be a great upgrade for the Ultra League. For the Hitmontop here as well, again, I feel like counter users as a Shadow variant are very, very decent, so I feel like it's going to help it out a little bit here, doing a little bit more damage. It's going to be having more farm down potential against Pokemon as well. It's going to be a better closer, but of course missing some more bulk now as well, which is going to be not ideal. Now we're going to go to the most exciting Pokemon, of course, for the final bit here, which is going to be the Garchomp, which now has access to the Shadow variant here as well, having 2 different movesets for the Master League. Most likely Master League Premier would be the best one, but you don't have that here currently available on PvPoke to showcase. But you would be able to do this in like a more in-depth variant if you want to. But yeah, we're going to take a look here real quick what this can do here. And it looks like it's a little bit worse in at least this variant here, because you're going to do basically a little bit... yeah, you just really missed the bulk here, I feel like. I feel like if you want to use it, most likely the Dragon Tail variant might be a little bit better, even though it doesn't look like that on screen here right now. But especially in the 2 shields scenario here, most likely the Shadow variant with Dragon Tail might be a little bit better. Yeah, as you can see here, you're going to win quite a few matchups very, very easily here, because you just have more farm down potential with that one. While Mudshot doesn't really benefit too much of it. If you use Mudshot, most likely you should run double nuke, which is also the case here. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Oh, it does make sense that Dragon Tail doesn't look that good, right? By the way, let me see real quick. I did the wrong moveset here, which is definitely... I actually would prefer most likely a double ground moveset if you run Dragon Tail, because you already do a ton of damage with your fast move alone. You can also use Outrage if you want to, but Sand Tomb plus Earth Power seems to be a little bit better in my opinion. As you can see here now, yeah, for example, now it just looks way better. If you have the Sand Tomb potential, it just makes this Pokemon so much better here, so definitely something that you can keep in mind and take a look at this as well. And just for the fun here right now, let's take a look at the Great League as well for this Pokemon, just because I want to see it and I'm curious. But it's if you use it, definitely for the Shadow variant, the Dragon Tail variant will be better than the Mudshot variant, because Mudshot basically just generates energy, doesn't really do too much damage, don't have the spammy moves like Hydro Cannon or something on that Pokemon, so it's a little bit more tricky. And as you're going to see here right now, it's going to be actually pretty okay for the Great League. I kind of want to try that one out for the Great League for sure. I have a normal one built already, but it looks kind of like a lot of fun. Okay, now of course we have to still go for the Ultra League as well. But again, like if you want to have more of an in-depth one where you see like more matchups that you're going to win with the Shadow variant compared to the normal variant, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you haven't already, of course. And we're going to take a look at this one real quick here, and going to see that we're going to get... yeah, not really the best results in the Ultra League. But yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one, and have a great rest of your day. Bye bye.